All right. Good day. It is, what is this? Oh, this, sorry, classic TV shows, collab I'm doing with some awesome, other awesome YouTube ladies. This is my first collab on YouTube, so I'm very excited. I'd like to thank Two Geek Girls for inviting me to the collab. This is awesome. Now let's get into it. This is the classic TV shows tag. I am doing 10 classic television shows. It was very hard to narrow it down because they're all delightful. But, how you doing? I will be going by, this is mostly by what theme song got me up and got me prepared to watch the show. Because as we know, or if we don't know, I am a music person. Music is in my blood, my DNA, my mother, my grandmother. All of us do music. That's just our big thing. You know, they have taught music, they've directed music, all of this, that, and the other. So that's my thing. So I'm going to start off with the theme song that got me running the most. And the show, you know, I would be like, okay, the show's on, I got to get there. And that is Touched by an Angel. Touched by an Angel. As soon as I be in my room playing with my dolls, as soon as I heard Della Reese, when you walk down the road, every burden, every load, I will rise and I will walk with you. I'd be like, oh, I gotta get to the seat. I gotta go now. I gotta get there. Lord Jesus, Della Reese is on. I would be so so into it, like so ready to get to that TV and walk with Della Reese. The show is so good. Honestly, I imagine every angel is Della Reese. Each and every angel in the whole, universe, they all look like Della Reese. Gabriel, I don't care. They all look like Della Reese. Such a great show. Okay, next favorite TV show and accompanying TV show theme song is The Nanny. I don't care what I'm doing. It's the same thing as when Touched by an Angel came on. When I heard she was working at a bridal shop in Flushing, Queens, till her boyfriend kicked out in one of those crushing scenes. What was she to do? Where was she to go? She was out on her fanny. Over the bridge from Flushing to the Sheffield's door. She was there to sell makeup with the father some boy. She had style, she had flair, she was there. That's how she became the nanny. This is good enough, it's gonna have to work. As soon as I heard that, I don't care what I'm doing. I could be peeing, mid-pee, I gotta go watch The Nanny. I can't continue to pee any longer. Fran Drescher, honestly, that is my mother. She follows me on Twitter. I feel like we have a connection. Anything she does, I applaud her and give her accolades because Fran is everything. Those outfits on The Nanny, the outfits alone, just Lord Jesus and him. That girl dressed, okay? Dressed. The next one is my very first favorite TV show ever in life. Still love it. Still live for this particular girl. The theme song does not have words, but you'll know it when I sing it, and when I hum it, it goes this way. Well, I'm not gonna hum it, I'm gonna die it. Anyway, it goes this way. Da 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 da. Yeah, all of that. I love Lucy. Honestly, there will never be another Lucille Ball. No one has ever been that legendary, and no one will ever be. The show is everything. The show was the first show to depict a pregnant woman on TV. And Little Ricky's birthday is the very same day as Desiderio IV, who is Desi Arnaz Jr. So living for that show, we'll never stop living for that show. All right, the next show is... Okay, wow, it didn't take all that. The next show is indeed one of my favorite shows of all times. I probably was not supposed to be watching it as a child, but they didn't do too much, so my mother let me sit there in silence and watch it, and that is Girlfriends. The moment Angie Stone came on talking about my girlfriends, hey, they're through thick and thin, because I can't hit that, my girlfriends, they're through anything, my girlfriend. Because, she got cheap. Angie Stone got that little vibrato that she catches at the end of the notes. When I heard that, the moment I hear that, my mind just immediately goes into Maya Wilkes, Tony Childs, Joan. What was Joan's last name, Jesus? Why is it eluding me? I can't remember Joan or Lynn's last name at the moment. Anyway, the girls, honestly, it was very similar to another show that I'm going to mention in just a moment. But, girl, okay, these are business women of the 90s and the early 2000s. These girls were adults and they were doing adult things. You've got a lawyer, you've got a secretary, you've got all of these things. I'm the Lynn of the group, honestly. I'm Lynn. Because I'm the free-spirited one that just does whatever with whoever, and we out here. We don't have goals or plans. Girlfriends with everything. If you've never seen it, I don't know where you've been, but catch up, because it's great. This next show, everybody knows and loves. We all know it. We all love it. The moment you hear, thank you for being a friend. Dun, 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 dun. Travel down the road and back again. Hey, your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant. Dun, dun, dun. And if you threw a party and invited everyone you knew, I didn't know if I was gonna get it, you would see the biggest gift would be from me, and the card attached would say, thank you for being a friend. See, I tried to do too much, and I got distracted in the middle of it. And anyway, though, the Golden Girls, girl, you cannot sit there and not live for the Golden Girls. You can't. Just Dorothy Zbornak alone, sitting there in her chair, side-eyeing everyone, sipping her coffee, it's just forever ingrained in my memory. The Golden Girls gave me my shady start. You know, the girls weren't being too shady before B. Arthur came on the screen. I started watching the Golden Girls before I started watching Maude, which is another thrilling theme song. Why would you do that? Why would you cut me off like that? Who do you think you are, and who do you think I am that I wouldn't hit you? Right. Anyway, girls, so the shade of the Golden Girls will forever, ever live. There's just not a time in my life. I could be 10, I could be 20, I could be 30, 40, 50, and I will always resort back to the shade of the Golden Girls. Honestly, just, such a great show. Wonderful show. Now, this is just an introduction before I blow your mind. The show is all of that, and yes, we do it all the time. So sit your booty on the floor, in the chair, grounded in the air. Just don't go nowhere, because everything we do is all of that. When entertaining you, it's all of that. My posse and my crew. So sit still, because we're coming right back. Oh, hey, why did my throat do that? Why did my throat do that? All of that, honest to God, and I'm not recording. I'm not retaping this. If y'all could have seen how many times I retaped the Nanny's theme song, because I couldn't get my mouth to say those words. Anyway, girl, so all that, I'm a 90s baby. All of that was my Saturday Night Live. Saturday Night Live is cute. It's real cute, but it's no all that. Nickelodeon had something with all that. I want to say they should bring it back, but they can't. There's no way they could bring all that back and it'd be as good. Ain't no kids as funny as Kenan and Kel, Nick Cannon, Amanda Bynes. What's her name? She was on the Steve Harvey Show too. She played Lydia Liza Gutman. I can't think of her name. But all them kids on Nickelodeon back in the day were actually hilarious. It wasn't the kids nowadays on these new TV shows, Disney included. These live action children are not funny. They're not funny. The writers keep putting them in predicaments where the situation is funny, but these children aren't funny. My kids from the day, those girls were funny. Hilarious. Nick Cannon, that boy was funny. He funny looking now, but he was funny in the day. You know, Kenan and Kel, truly hilarious. And their theme song was everything. Coolio was over there, homeboys and homegirls. It's time for Kenan and Kel. Hey. Anyway, all that, honestly, was my Saturday Night Live. There will never be another one. I'm so sorry for what's going on with Kel and Amanda and all the other girls that have gone missing. But they had a good run. They had plenty of spinoffs. It was just a good time. Just from the moment I was born, I was living single. Girl, from the moment I was born, I identified with Khadijah James, Regine, Maxine Shaw, Attorney at Law, and Sinclair. And from the moment I was born, when I hear, we are living, hey, single, ooh, in a 90s kind of world, I'm glad I got my, keep your head up, what? Keep your head up, that's right, whenever it's time, I'm not recording this again. Honest to God, if y'all could have seen how many times I redid The Nanny. I'm gonna just stop right here. Living Single is such a pivotal show to me. It is such an important show to my development. Like, watching Living Single and Girlfriends, watching these black women do black women stuff, just be black women and be successful. Khadijah had Flavor, her own magazine over there, and she had Isabel Sanford answering the phone. Flavor, girl, if I could get Isabel Sanford to answer my phone to make she rest, such a good show. And I heard they're doing a reboot. All right now, I heard they were going to reboot the show. If they reboot the show, the only request that I have, because I would love a reboot, even though Kim Fields gets on my nerves these days, go, because if I miss the light, I'm going to be mad. The only request I have is that they utilize Jennifer Lewis more, because Living Single was a wonderful show, but it was even better when Dahlia was on the show. Regine, girl, they need to have the Dahlia show be a pivotal part of Living Single, because Jennifer Lewis is everything by her book. She's everything. Anyway, child, another show that had me running to the TV is Good Times Anytime You Need a Payment. Good Times Anytime You Need a Friend. Anytime you're ever under, not getting hassled, not getting hustled, keeping your head above water, making a way when you can, temporary layoffs. Good times, yeah, they crying rebels. Good times, scratching and surviving. Hanging in a child line. Is it? See, now the big debate was, is it hanging in a chow line or hanging and jiving? Because I prefer to hang and jive personally. I don't want to be in nobody's chow. This driver in front of me, Jesus, ooh, she's taking the life from me. Anyway, back to this. Ooh, this girl is driving 20 miles an hour in a 40, and I'm finna lose it. I'm not even late for work today. I'm just sick of her. Where am I going? Oh, Good Times. The girls were struggling. It was hard on them. It was very hard. And then to make things worse, James done went and died. Damn. Boy done died, Jesus. Penny was over there getting beat. They had JJ sleeping on the couch. It was just, it was a mess. It was truly a mess. Thelma, Wallone and them was going through, and Ned the Wino, everybody was suffering. It was a hard time, but it was a good show. And that's just the gospel truth. What are you doing? Oh, Jesus, I should hit you. I should hit the back of your truck. Now, see, I had to slam because these folks don't know how to drive. I'm sick of it. I'm out here living good times. Anyway, on the opposite end of the black people's spectrum, the opposite of good times, is the Jeffersons. Well, we're moving on up, hey, to the east side, to a deluxe apartment in the sky. Moving on up to the east side. What we get? We finally got a piece of the pie. Dun, 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 dun. Fish don't fry in the kitchen, and beans don't burn on the grill. Dun. Took a whole lot of trying just to get up that hill. Dun, dun. Now we're up in the big leagues. I turned it back. Something. It's you and me, baby. It ain't nothing wrong with that. Well, we're moving on up. The Jeffersons was everything. I got in trouble for calling somebody a honky one time because George made me do it. And honestly, just the combination of little tiny Sherman Hemsley and Isabel Sanford, there will never be another. All of these shows, there will never be another. Such a good show. On to the last one. This last show was such a good show. Suzanne Summers alone. And I should have mentioned Three's Company, but it eluded me at the moment. But that's going to be an honorable mention. But the show is Step by Step. Day by day. I used to come home every day after school, get me a little snack after I've done my homework, and sit in front of the TV and watch Step by Step. I don't know what them little white children was doing. It was too much, and I know they was doing stuff that if I had ever done, I'd get in trouble because, we run differently. But them kids, it was so many. It was like the Brady Bunch, but, in the 90s. Was it the 90s or the late 80s? Whatever, child. Such a wonderful show. A beautiful show. Suzanne Summers needs to come on back to the screen. She still looks good, and I'll take her. I will take her. We don't need a step-by-step reboot per se, but just bring Suzanne back. She could be somebody's grandmama. She could be, what's one of them shows? She could be on, like, The Middle or Speechless or, what's the show? Modern Family. Something like that. Bring Suzanne back. All right, so that was my classic TV shows collaboration. I'd like to thank everybody, those of you watching, those that asked me to participate, those that will be participating. The link to the playlist is in the description, so you can watch those other wonderful ladies do their thing. Also, hit these things. These things. And I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace. She was working in a bridal shop in Flushing, Queens, till her boyfriend kicked her out in one of those crushing scenes. What was she to do? Where was she to go? She was out on her fanny. So over the bridge, over the bridge from Flushing to the over the bridge from Flushing to the Sheffield's door, she was there to sell makeup with her father's homeboy. She had style, she had flair, she was there. That's how she became the nanny. I was flat. I gotta do it again. So over the bridge from Flushing to the Sheffield's door. Why can't I? Why? working in a bridal shop in Flushing, Queens. Still her boyfriend kicked her out in one of those. Ah, dang it, I can't.